All right, y'all.
Oh, good.
So we are back. We need to come up with a motto, bro. Not a motto, but like a little slogan.
I started late with the intro music. Just got a delay on it. And that's just a little sample of what you're gonna get if you tune into YB Mac Hash.
Hey, I'm changing my name, by the way.
Hey, this
Oh,
song
turn that light up.
Finally. You feel me?
What?
We shouldn't think that what we're saying is interesting because we're saying it 100. Something that was on your mind?
Do y'all have any good reasons why your kids should take your last name?
Yes, because I'm me. The heck? I've been living life. Actually, I should have thought about it before I started speaking because now I'm in a bit of a corner. Oh, it's not there.
Shit. I mean, do I have any reason why kids should take the dad's last name?
Yeah, the dad.
Shit. I mean, cause come on now, we the niggas, bruh.
What would be the alternative option?
Right. Take your
mom's last name? Yeah,
well,
that don't even sound right.
Last name from who?
Exactly. What's a name? It's just the way to identify it. You can change your name later too. Anyways, like you're not. What are you gonna ask the kid what he wants to be named?
All right.
Tarzan. G.I. Joe. You'll probably pick something stupid like that.
But how can you ask the kid what they want their name to be if they have to be named before they get here?
Exactly.
So basically,
that's a stupid topic. Now,
so shit. I mean, I don't know why, but it's just right. It just sounds right. It's just a rule of law. It's a rule of nature.
Nah. Okay. Well, we can't both be on the same side.
Yeah, we can.
So
bro.
the idea,
fucking disagree on everything, bro.
The idea of your child taking your last name could be seen as a sign of ownership, and you shouldn't be allowed to own people like that in that way. So you should name the first name, and then the last name should be X.
But that's still a name.
But it's
just
like
have a blank
undefined.
Last name. Have a blank last name.
Mark.
Right. That's it. And if everybody did that, bro, no one would be like, "What's your last name?" Because they'd be like, "What's the last name?" And then somebody down the line, like, will be like, "Oh, this is my first name. Then my last name, preferably, is probably gonna be named by a dad." So it's gonna go back to the same shit over again.
No, I can't even play devil's advocate. Not yet. The kid should definitely have the last name of the father, and you can change it later.
Yeah.
I think a better topic or a better something
why is the dad the default?
Nigga,
like it's opposed to the woman?
Or both. It doesn't matter.
A combination of both last names?
Well, Adam was here first. So.
Yeah, basically.
Because how could the women come first? You know what I'm saying?
We need to get some atheists in here.
Like, if the woman came first, like, no. Anyways, the mom's last name is always the one that sucks.
What are you talking about?
The mom's last name sucks, bro. My mom's last name sucks, bro.
Your mom's last name was
my grandfather's last name.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. But, like, in terms of my parents, their mom's last name sucks, bro. So I wouldn't want to be named after
Is your dad's last name cool?
Yeah.
Your dad's last name was his dad's last name?
Yeah.
So they're always the guy's last name. It was never.
Yeah, but I'm
hers,
sure
it doesn't start sucking once it goes down to the woman. It's like, yo, Green is dope, but once she gets it.
No, but imagine your mom's last name, right?
It's the same as my dad's.
wait, what the? Sweet home Alabama.
She took his last name.
Oh, yeah. What? That's what happened. Nigga said.
That's what always happens.
My dad has the same last name. Wait, what? He said pre or post marriage. He said shit. I don't know. Oh, shit. Yeah. Wait, Jonathan, who does your mom's last name suck?
How many syllables?
Well, no, they don't. In my culture, I guess they don't.
They don't take last names?
No, yeah, they keep everything the same.
So then she has the same last name as her great whatever?
Well, it's kind of different because my last name is my grandfather's last name, and my middle name is my dad's name. And it's kind of just gone through that cycle.
So that means your son's middle name would be your first name?
Yeah.
What would his first name be?
Whatever I make up.
And then his last name would be your last name?
No, his last name would be my middle name.
What the fuck? How do you do that on family trees and shit? Like, how do you find? You know, like when you go on Ancestry.com, you can type in the same last name. You can type in the last name, and it'll bring up the people with the same last name.
That doesn't work for us.
If y'all niggas keep changing y'all last names every generation, like damn,
Well,
nigga,
it's an easy way to keep. Well, I guess it's not necessarily easy, but you can keep track that way.
Keep track of what?
Because my dad's name, I technically, I guess, know my great grandfather's name.
So all y'all niggas got different last names. That's bombing.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. Hear a word from our sponsors. All right, that does it for our word from our sponsors. on to our next topic, because that was taking way too long. I think a better question is, why does the lady in the relationship have to take the guy's last name? Because
we just established that.
No, that was the
Adam
kid.
came first, right?
I thought you were saying that's why the kid gets the last name, because Adam came first.
The mom basically
they
the
didn't
kid.
have last names though.
Nigga, but
oh damn, that's a good.
Okay, but that's Old Testament, New Testament. They got
Jonathan one. They still don't have last name. What's Adam's last name?
Adam.
You're gonna say Eve? Adam, Eve Adam. Dang, that'd be lit, bro. What if you took your partner's first name as your last name?
That's what Jonathan be doing.
So if you name it Chloe, your name's gonna be Jonathan Chloe. Dang, that sounds weird.
And then Chloe Jonathan.
That's revolutionary,
nigga, but
bro.
they didn't need last names back then, because they'd be like they'd be like Jacob, son of Abraham.
It was just them. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking each other and shit.
Jacob. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's a weird. Yeah.
Like going from like 2 people, and then
to 10 people.
To like 10. Like y'all gotta fuck each other.
Imagine if you still couldn't get a date Saturday night. There's only 3 people.
They said, "Fuck, I'm the odd man now." It's all uneven.
There's 3 guys and 3 girls, but only one guy gets all 3 girls. Because the girls only want to mess with Mezel High Malachi.
Oh, okay.
Because only one dude got game. One dude invents a game, bro. What do you think the first pickup line was? There probably wasn't pickup lines.
Yeah.
I'm rich.
Probably
money.
Come here.
Nigga, what? On rich? They didn't even have a concept of rich back then, probably.
But
I mean, they had some probably. No, I don't think so, bro.
There's probably a concept of my cave is bigger than yours, though.
I doubt it, bro.
I won't beat you as much.
Damn, bro.
You said what? You said what?
Nah, they probably domestic abuse probably wasn't even a thing. Bro. What are you talking about?
You don't think so?
It probably got established at some point. They realized male and females are like, guys are stronger, and then like a natural dominance.
Oh no, bro. Cause when you watch like cartoons and stuff about like cavemen and shit, the bitches be in there like buff too and shit, bro.
I have a point. All we really do is quote other podcasts here. There was a Steven Ranella is like a hunter or something. He was on a Joe Rogan podcast, and he talked about how when they were looking at the bones, the remains of like some ancestor that we had, they had the same injuries. Like male and female remains had the same injuries, which showed that they were both like hunting or something like that. Because there were injuries that would be sustained while hunting or whatever. Because like they get attacked by animals or whatever. So possibly at one point in time, males and females shared the same roles.
I think they did too,
in the huts.
Until like we got modern and shit. Till we learned farming and shit probably, and that's when all the social shit started happening.
If someone had to, I have no idea, bro. I'm definitely not trying to talk about nothing, because I'm gonna say something that's not gonna make no sense. But I feel like that's kind of the point of this podcast.
What are you gonna say?
Huh?
What were you gonna say?
Anything about that topic? Being like, oh yeah, social order got constructed when one came out sensitive and one came out masculine, and then they're like, all right, you're staying at home. Like that isn't. There's no context to that.
Okay, next topic.
Next sponsor.
And that was a word from our sponsor.
Make sure you check them out. Link in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah. So gender neutral people are like weird. No, I'm playing. All
right. So have y'all heard about the 2 girls that all right, have y'all been keeping up with the Derek Chauvin trial? Like the one that's going on recently?
No.
Not at all. Jonathan will say you.
Didn't you post a black square on Instagram at one point?
You should IG clips of it.
Do you think he should like be charged for murder and go to jail for a long time or what? You know what it's about, Alejandro?
Yeah.
About the neck. Well, the neck.
Oh, was that quotations?
No quotations about that.
Because apparently.
Oh, like why he died?
Well,
They're saying it might not be because he got suffocated, but he had a heart attack afterwards.
Right, but they're also saying apparently that his neck actually, I mean his knee actually wasn't on his neck, but I guess somewhere towards the center or the outside part of his shoulder blades. So it really wasn't. His knee was never on his neck. That's what one of the cops testified and said, that it doesn't look like his knee was on his neck. It would look like he was on his shoulder blades.
Was he being? But like when he got up, he was dead. Like you can see his body was limp.
Yeah, but so what they're saying is
just unconscious.
Yeah, he probably. I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I also heard that he had a heart attack afterwards or something like that. Because
So
of complications to his health.
Right. So what apparently they're saying what happened is once he seen the police were like after him, he had some drugs on him. Right. He put it in his mouth and he was gonna like spit them out after he like went to get processed or after he got like accosted by the police. He was gonna like spit them out and then not swallow it because it was a large quantity of drugs that
He
he
said
had.
this on the trial.
Yeah, this is what they're saying. Trial, like he had drugs on him. He didn't want to get caught with the drugs on him, so he put him in his mouth, like, and then he was gonna wait until the police like left him alone and like spit him out. But when he realized he was gonna be arrested and get put in handcuffs, he swallowed them, and it was too much that he swallowed at one time. So basically, kind of the same thing that happened with Juice WRLD. If you know who Juice WRLD is, you know who Juice WRLD is. You know who Juice WRLD is?
Yeah, he has an hour freestyle on Westwood.
This nigga,
or whatever.
the white nigga.
Shit was crazy.
But so you know how he died, right?
Nah.
Basically, he had a lot of pills on the private plane. He got reported, and they said he swallowed majority of the pills, and then that's how he died. So when people have drugs on them, they don't want to get caught by the police. They put them in their mouth and say they swallow it, so they won't get caught, and then they end up dying.
I mean, I guess I don't know. I haven't been keeping him with the trial, so I'm not sure.
You're saying he overdosed?
Pretty much, yeah. Not on purpose, but he didn't want to get caught with the drugs, so he swallowed them, and then that's when he started having the complications, because with the rush of getting like handcuffed and he's screaming, yelling, and all that type of stuff, it just accelerated his heart rate and stuff like that. So they're saying that's why he died ultimately.
I definitely feel I have no idea the extent of the punishment that the cop should receive, but he should definitely get something. Cause I don't know. I feel like the main thing about it is we have to hold cops to a higher standard than we hold civilians to. So even if he was acting however it was that he was acting, to a certain extent, cops have to put themselves in a level of danger to protect people and to serve. It's a service or whatever. And he just wasn't being handled. It didn't seem like it was being handled properly. I don't think it's as cut and dry as like a lot of people that are like claiming like racism or whatever are saying it is. But for sure, something has to like happen to that fool. Like if he gets, it's gonna be wild. I feel like it's gonna be wild if that fool goes free.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the backlash is gonna be wild.
Yeah, you gonna be scared? Nigga said, "Oh shit, gotta stay in the house."
I'm good, bro. I'm Hispanic, bro. I'm not that white.
Nigga, but you lean towards Caucasian.
Bro, I'm pretty secluded as it is. I'm just working and chilling in my house, bro. I'll just deal with the traffic.
So what do you think, Jonathan? You think he should go to jail?
Yeah, regardless of the shoulder blade, it definitely. I mean, from what I'm remembering, it didn't look like he was on his shoulder blades.
Right? Yeah, from the video too, it definitely looked like he was on his neck.
Yeah, it looked like he was on his neck to me too, but
plus it's like if a man's telling you he can't breathe for a certain period of time.
Well, he was saying he couldn't breathe before they even touched him.
Okay, but then once you're touching him and he's saying he can't breathe, I feel like
I mean, for 9 minutes though.
There's also another. There's also
4 grown men.
Yeah.
For 9 minutes on him.
There's also other ways of like.
Strong. You see how strong niggas get when they see police, nigga? Motherfuckers be 6 times stronger. Like damn, nigga. It take one person to like get control of one body part. Though. Huh?
They already had him down for He was down for 9 minutes straight.
All right, nigga.
What were they waiting for too?
I don't know. That's a good question. I was trying to figure out why he was down for 9 minutes too. Like if you got him down already, it's like 4 of y'all. Why can't y'all just put this nigga handcuffs down and throw this nigga in the back of the car?
Was he not already handcuffed?
I don't know. I don't even remember that part. It's been so long since I even looked at the video.
You're just holding him down then for no reason. Maybe he was wilding for 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
He wasn't going crazy for those whole 9 minutes.
I can't breathe.
I'm just not looking forward to the backlash if it's gonna be wild. Cause like there's I don't know. Cause it's like you want backlash because if you feel like there's an injustice in the world, you have to speak your truth or whatever. But also you want it to be grounded in like rational thought. And some people are like, this is 100% murder or whatever. And I mean, I don't know, maybe it is. Should definitely look into it so I don't say stuff like, I don't know, maybe it is. But
like based off what you've seen, do you think, and then what you heard, do you think he should be charged with murder?
I haven't looked at the trial, but from the video, it definitely looked like he, like, just the idea of like having a man underneath your knee like that until he dies and suffocates is like some, like the helplessness of that situation. It was like, wow, to like think that would happen to someone like you care about possibly.
So you think he should go to jail? You think he should go to jail too, yeah?
Yeah. Maybe not murder, just, I don't know, excessive force or whatever the legal term for that is.
Yeah. I feel like I'm with you, bro. He needs to go to. I feel like he should go to jail. I don't think he should be charged with murder given the circumstances, but he should go to jail because I mean, yeah, cops got to be held to a higher standard, and so that's that topic. Now, have you guys heard about the two girls
transition?
Yeah, I think in New York, like 13 and 15, that robbed the Uber driver. And
oh yeah,
killing him.
Yeah. And that was wild.
They're saying they don't want them to be tried as adults because they're young. They got time to, change their lives around. But they did that kind of stuff before. It just never occurred and never resulted in a death. So, what do you feel about that?
Before?
Yeah.
Like robbed people?
Yeah.
I mean, how do you even determine adult and then? Because one day you're just magically you're 18 and then. You're an adult, something happens in your mind.
Do you guys ever think about how much of your personality, like, do you remember things like when you were younger, like 6 or something? How much of your personality you still have, like from like things that you did, like, and you're just like, I'm still like that. I just suppress things that I feel like possibly wouldn't be as socially acceptable.
No.
So you feel like you were like a lot different when you were like 6?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, duh, but. You could still recognize you as like Tavion Green or whatever when you were 6, probably.
Maybe.
I don't know. I was listening to a psychologist talk about it too, and it made sense to me because I feel like I was always like goofy and like whatever, but then also like quiet sometimes or whatever. So I feel like I could still recognize myself in my 6-year-old self when I was younger. So the point being or whatever, I feel like who you are just carries over like. To like until like the day you die or whatever, like whoever you. I remember Ms. Jones. You remember Ms. Jones in high school? Or
she was black.
Nah, but
she wasn't black.
She was. Oh,
so she didn't have. She had
a part 2, but she was like she said something about what's left when you strip away everything, like a person's identity or whatever, like all of the experiences that you've ever had. She said she likes to think that there's something left or whatever. I feel like that's what I mean. Like that's what's like recognizable or whatever.
Oh, like a base model.
Yeah, like would we all be the same if we all shared the same experiences? So in the situation with a 13 or 15-year-old girl or whatever, like when as far as the topic of like whether or not they should be tried because they're young or they're not young or whatever, they're still like I don't know, they still represent a certain like type of person or whatever or like.
Man, say this shit with your chest, man.
No, that's what I mean.
They still represent a certain type.
That's how I talk.
Person.
Like you act like I don't talk that way.
No, you do, but it's like you dance around. Say it, nigga. These niggas is stupid.
No, that's how I talk.
Niggas is stupid. All right, what do you feel, bro?
Well, whether or not they should be charged as adults?
Yeah. And then if not, what do you think their punishment should be?
Oh, they should definitely, I don't know, juvie? Yeah, they should definitely go to juvie because that's wild. And then, I don't know, if you're not charged as an adult, does that sentence not carry over until you're over 18?
Yeah, I think that's kind of how it works. Yeah, like, I think you have, once you turn 18, your record is basically blank since you don't have a charge as an adult.
Oh, so they can, they're 13, so they can only go to juvie for 5 years?
Yeah.
Kind of wild.
But then, like, what's the purpose of the punishment?
That's my thing. It's like,
well, yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be like rehabilitation, but that's not gonna happen,
right? Because, I mean, I feel like if you have, so when they did it, right? When they killed this nigga, right, and they got throwing out the car. This nigga is sitting dead on the sidewalk, and these niggas is like, "Oh, where's my phone? Where's my phone? Where's my phone?" Like, they didn't care that they just killed this dude. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you talking about the bystanders?
No, the girls. Like the two girls survived.
Oh,
and
yeah,
that's
nigga, wild.
That nigga.
Well, I mean, did
the
they?
wall and he was dead, like literally on the floor. And they're like, "Where's my phone? Where's my phone?" That's all they were. Like they didn't even look at this nigga like, "Oh, this nigga dead." Like it was just.
Wait, how'd they even get caught?
Somebody got it on camera. Cause he was screaming like, "They're trying to steal my car! They're trying to steal my car!"
Oh, okay.
And then one girl was in the front seat, the other one was in the back seat. And then the girl in the back seat, she put the car in gear. So it started going forward and it smacked into a car. And then it veered off into another car and he got thrown out. And I don't know how them two survived, honestly, but they hopped out the car and then he was dead. And then they were just looking for their phones, like, "Oh, I need my phone." Da, 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 da.
But I'm like, I don't even. It's like wild to like even. I mean, obviously you can blame a person, but like to, like what if that sounds stupid? Like what if they've been through in their lives to like turn them into like those types of people? Like I feel like
I get that, but let's be real. These some white girls.
They were black.
They were black girls?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Wait.
why does that change it?
Let
them free.
I figured we were having that kind of conversation because they were white.
No, the reason why it's making news is because no one's talking about it. And they're saying no one's talking about it because the two girls were white. I mean, two girls were black. If
I
they
heard
were
that.
white,
I heard that too, yeah.
then it'd be like national news and stuff. So
But the
that's
media,
the point of
Isn't that kind of
contention.
backward thinking, though?
they're saying that the media doesn't want to push things into the public eye that don't support their narrative of America being racist.
Right.
And black girls committing a crime, whether it's to be saying black girls committing a crime would not support the idea that America was racist or whatever.
Right.
Or like white people being racist against black people.
But the black girls, but they committed the crime.
Right.
Exactly. So
And so if they were white,
It
they
would
would want to put it all everywhere, showing.
Yeah.
Like,
as opposed to, they're black, so they try to
I guess
suppress it.
how bad
Because,
white
like,
people-
have you heard about it?
I mean, yeah.
A lot?
Nah.
Like,
I don't watch it on news and shit.
But, like, so you kind of, do you be on social media?
Yeah.
Have you seen anything about it on social media?
I mean, that's where I first saw it, but I swear I thought they were white.
You see, if it was people, some will argue if this was something that like a white person did, there would be no way for you to not know the race of the person, and there would be no way for you to not know what happened. But this has happened, and not a lot of people know about it. And then people who do hear about it, they automatically assume that it's white people that did it, because there's no one actively pushing the facts of the story.
Mm-hmm.
No one's actively saying like, "Oh, these are two black people that did it." So, I think they should go to jail, but I ultimately don't think that. I don't know what that was off. So I don't know. It's a hard thing for me, because let's say they do go to juvie for like 5 years or whatever till they turn 18. I don't feel like they come out with different people. I feel like they come out like as the same type of person, and then maybe even worse. So I don't know. It's just a hard thing to do, but I definitely think there should be some punishment. But the only punishment that I think would make sense is life in prison.
What?
From 13?
Yeah, bro.
That's wild. That's so wild, because it's like we don't have a better way to push forward or whatever.
Okay, now if they were white, would you still say white life in prison?
No.
What? Why not?
Come on, bro.
Are you trying to get views? It's gonna be a thumbnail.
Nah, I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean,
Yes, obviously the same thing. Yeah, his answer is yes. Okay.
yes, what?
Anybody listening, his answer is yes.
If they were white, bro, I just don't see that happening with white people. But okay, let's just say like let's just say this hypothetical situation. Let's say they were white, I mean, I feel like I wouldn't be invested at all.
This is a very unlikely situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't be invested at all. I'd just be like, shit, whatever the court decides is what the court decides. Matter of fact, that's my decision overall. Whatever the court decides is what the court decides. I really don't care.
Why do you feel more emotionally invested because you're black?
Because I think black people should be held. Well, we should start trying to hold ourselves to higher standards, and I think we don't have to keep being like these animals that people think we are.
Why do you feel like you have to hold yourselves to higher standards?
Because like nigga, we're around 13% of the population and commit majority of the crime in the United States. That's a basic. That's like a basic thought that I have.
Did you see that video that Bradley Beal posted, or of Bradley Beal talking to those college athletes, those college basketball players?
No.
He said the same thing basically. He's like, you already know that you're in a situation where you have to hold yourself to even higher standard, because if you come out and you actually do something like that puts you in a bad light or whatever, it's gonna be like way worse for you guys in particular.
But I don't really think we have to hold ourselves to a higher standard. I think we just need to not be like idiots.
Just claim responsibility for your life.
It's not hard. Like, it's not hard to like not do what those two kids did. It's not hard to not do that. Like, that's not holding yourself to a high standard at all. It's just being a normal person. Like, what normal person would want to do would want to rob me.
You can't take, like, you as an individual can't take accountability for the entire group.
There's a quote. Oh my gosh, I wish I knew the quote. There's a quote from a philosopher that talks about that everything evil that happens in the world is your fault, and everything good that happens is also your fault. Basically, just saying that you have an impact, like basically whatever energy and whatever spirituality you choose to exude on the world has some ripple effect or whatever on like that person and then whatever. So whatever it is you choose to dedicate your time to or whatever, that's gonna affect everything.
So that's kind of why I said they should get life in prison, because I feel like them type of people need to be taken away, like exterminated, or if not exterminated.
But do you feel like they had
taken away from the population? Because I feel like if we take all them niggas out of the population, then the world would be a better place. Like, put all them niggas together and then let them like figure shit out the way they like, the way they like to figure shit out.
Do you feel like that? Do you feel like the solution to gun control is to get rid of guns?
No, it's not. It's not that gun.
But so what do you think the problem is with gun control? What do you think the issue is?
Niggas who are retarded and want to do stupid shit with guns get guns.
So you're saying that there's a deeper root to the problem than just the weapon?
It's in the person. It's not the weapon at all. If it wasn't a gun,
so in the same way you could say that it's in the people, it's in the girls or whatever.
Right.
It's not them. It's the
no.
root.
It's them. It's them.
Because you're saying it's either with the gun control issue, it's either the gun or you're saying, or the person, or you're saying, or whatever, and you're saying it's not the gun. In the same way, the people are like the carriers or whatever of the root of the problem, which is whatever made them become like that type of person. So exterminating the people or whatever, or getting rid of the people, isn't getting rid of the problem.
I think it is.
That's what I'm saying is, if you just get rid of the people, you still have whatever toxicity, whatever poison.
That's fake. It's not real. The
poison.
Something made them. Are you saying something made them like that? And then
circumstance and experiences.
It's not real, bro. It's not real. It's fake. That's just
so your experiences don't shape the person that you become.
Yeah, but you still know right from wrong.
But how can you know right? Well, how
you know that's wrong? Everyone knows that's wrong. Everyone.
Your reality is everything that you've experienced and everything that you've been exposed to.
Everybody knows
everything. So people that were slaveholders knew that slavery was wrong.
Nigga, no, they had nothing.
But is slavery wrong? Is slavery wrong?
I mean, I wouldn't say. I mean,
so is slavery in like the worst sense? In like the worst. Oh
shit!
Like the worst slaveholder.
Clean my house and I clean this up. Well, shit, it ain't wrong today.
The worst. Whoever treated their slaves as bad as possible. Is that bad?
I mean, they're slaves, so it's just.
But is it bad? Is it better to not treat humans that way?
You're a slave, so there's really no right or wrong way to be a slave. So the fact that you're a slave,
okay. I don't know what you're trying to do yourself about this. The point I'm trying to make is I don't even remember. See, this is what he does, bro. He'll like start saying stupid stuff to get me off topic when he's like in a corner, bro.
Bro, I'm not in a corner.
I just forgot what I was trying to say.
A slave is a slave, bro. Even if you treat a slave good, they still a slave.
I don't know where you're. That's not the point I was trying to get at.
Is if you treat a slave good, is it good, or if you treat a slave bad?
I was trying to say one way of doing things is good, or some certain things are good and certain things are bad. So I was just trying to
to be a slave though.
No, I was saying to treat slaves. There's
no good way to treat a slave. There's no good way to treat a slave.
There's no way to be a good slave master. That's what you're saying.
At all. Like, this is not.
You said, I asked you, is slavery bad? You're like,
Because it's not. I mean, it just.
Because you said there's no way. If there's no way to be a good one, there's obviously only bad, right?
No. It just is what it is, bro. It is. What? Nigga. Okay, go slow.
Wait. No.
Yeah, we gotta go back to the beginning because I don't even remember my point. Oh, the point was the two girls, right?
Right.
We're talking about how you said your experiences don't shape your who you become or something.
Did
and you
I
said
say
yes, but no.
They don't, or did I say like that's just like an excuse?
I think you said that initially, but you can recognize at some point in your life you can recognize that you're just making excuses. Once you come to the realization that that's the truth or whatever, but up until that point, you are whatever your reality is. So whatever life these girls came into to wherever they were born or whatever to whoever they were born to, that became their reality and that shaped the people that they were. And they probably still haven't come to the realization that they're not supposed to be that way. So that's their reality. They don't know right from wrong, possibly, but.
So you saying black people are retarded and dumb? They don't know right from wrong.
I'm saying people in general are
fall victims. But we talking about black people. So you're saying
are black people people?
Those two black. Wait.
Do y'all remember that one case that happened a couple years ago? The influenza kid.
Nah.
Well, he was apparently. I think what the judge was getting at was his parents were so, I don't know, I guess rich, and they never spent time with him or taught him anything that they never taught him from right or wrong. So he ended up drinking and driving and then like killing everybody in the car.
How old was he?
I don't know, 19 or something. Like,
wait, what? You said an influencer kid was never taught right from wrong?
Yeah, he's saying his upbringing never really allowed him to learn what was right and wrong.
That's what he said? Like that was his like I think that's defense?
Yeah, and they let him go for that.
For one, whoever that judge was needs to be fired. Okay, get this nigga out of here.
Along the lines where
when was this?
I don't know when I was at Grossmont. So
this is like last year.
4 years ago tops.
Bro, that's a horrible defense.
I mean, there's obviously
so
more to it.
So they were saying things like killing, like you were saying, is not innate. That's not like an innate value and people have.
But he didn't kill them though. He was just drunk
and driving.
Yeah. What is that? What is that? Manslaughter?
I think so.
It's some form of murder. I don't know what degree.
Yeah.
Maybe 3rd degree.
I have no idea, honestly. But that in that line of thinking.
But that's common sense, and everybody has common sense, so you can't. What? They
let him go though.
Cause of that dumb, bro.
That was a no.
That's why I said that judge and the jury, everybody get them niggas out of here, bro. Exterminate them.
That's not. That was the point. That's not the problem though. The people aren't the problem.
Yes, it is.
It's what's causing them to turn into that type of person.
All right. So if you put your hand, on the stove and you realize, oh shit, this is hot, and you get burnt.
But what if you never put your hand on that stove until you're like 25?
Yeah.
You still realize. So what? Age means you can't.
No, life experience. You're talking about life experience. The experience being putting your hand on the stove. The experience being someone telling you that there's a good way to live and a bad way to live, but you're not getting that experience until after you commit a crime that's supposedly common sense.
So, do you think that was his first time drinking and driving? Drinking and driving?
I don't know. I'm not defending that. I'm
gonna say no. Okay, this is going into my point. I'm gonna say no.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't his first time drinking, and that wasn't his first time drinking and driving.
Maybe it was his first crash though.
Maybe. So I'm sure that when you drink, you say, "Oh shit, I feel a little weird."
This is all topic, bro.
And can you let me build my point?
All right, go ahead.
Can you let me build my point?
Go ahead, build your point. It doesn't make sense.
All right. So if you drink, right, and you say, "Oh shit, I don't remember what happened," or you say, "Oh shit, last night I got drunk. I felt I busted my nose." Right. So why would you think in your head like I'm about to drink and then I'm gonna go drive if you know that you're gonna be impaired?
Is that your point?
Yes.
Bro, my point was if you haven't had that experience yet.
But you did. When you drunk already before. You drunk
what if you
already
didn't?
before. But you did. There's no what
You're
if
just
you
making
didn't?
up a scenario. Bro.
So you think that was his first time drinking
don't
and
know.
his first time
I
drinking
don't
and
know.
driving?
I'm not even saying.
sure
I
it
don't
wasn't.
even think I agree with whatever. Like I don't know. I don't know
It doesn't
the
matter if you
particulars.
agree with that point or not, or you're trying to defend the point.
No, whether or not
But
he got committed or he got released or whatever. Like,
okay, let's say that that's what happened. What excuse would you be able to make for that? There's no
I have
excuse
no
for
idea.
that.
Yeah.
So that's why he needs to be punished.
I didn't say
that's
he
why
didn't.
Well, so what did you say? What? Well, why did we get
Exactly.
to
See, this is why you should make points that make sense as
That
opposed
did
to
make
going
sense.
off on whatever.
I made sense, bro. I said if you drink and you know,
What?
listen. If you drink and you know you be fucked up
The
when you
point-
drink,
look.
why would you put yourself in a even more fucked up situation
Look,
when you know you can't
the
control
point
yourself?
the
That doesn't make
point
sense.
the point you're trying to make is if you've had the experience that illuminates right from wrong.
This nigga trying to. This nigga
if you've had that experience, if you've already had the life experience to show you what's right and what's wrong, why are you doing the wrong thing? That's what you're saying, right?
No, I'm saying you don't need to actually have that specific experience. Like I don't need to fucking drink to know like maybe I shouldn't drink and drive.
Why not?
What do you mean why not? Are you you think it's possible for somebody to
What if you've never drank?
Okay. You think it's impossible for me to never come across like a story of somebody drinking and driving?
It's impossible?
Yeah.
No.
Do you think it's impossible for me to know somebody that drunk and drive?
Obviously not.
Do you think it's impossible for me to see how people act after they've drunk?
How many are you gonna do this for like the next three hours? Like
Answer the question.
Yeah. What was the question?
Do you think
What was the first question?
Do you think
We're
it's
just gonna waste time.
Do you think it's impossible for me to like see a story somewhere in my life that's like, oh, this person is drunk?
Do you think it's possible for me to read a book about someone drinking or driving?
Bro,
Do you think it's possible to listen to a podcast about that?
Exactly. This is my point. So why do I have to?
Do you think it's possible for someone to write me a letter? Go ahead.
So why do I have to then? Knowing all that, there's no way I'm not gonna know what drinking and driving does. Okay, like it's no way. There's literally no way. So I don't have to drink and drive and then say, oh shit, this is a bad idea. I have all these different points of reference to know that this is a bad idea. So if I drink and I drive, then that means I know that I know what can happen, and that means I'm complicit in taking ownership of whatever can happen after that, and I'm gonna have to face the consequences.
Yeah, I think you're very you're very committed to seeing like these points from your perspective and thinking like if I was in this situation, like I'm obviously gonna interpret this information as to lead me to this conclusion or whatever.
But
like
people who don't are dumb.
You're sort of I was gonna say you're sort of smart or whatever, but then you.
But everybody can do that. It's not hard to do that. It's not hard to say to see 50 niggas run into the street, get hit by a car, and then say I don't know if I'm gonna get hit by a car. I don't know if it's dangerous until I go run in the street and then get hit by a car. Like, what?
Have you or do you know anybody that's ever been in a situation that they probably shouldn't have been put themselves in?
Yes.
But like you knew better, kind of, right?
Yes.
But you still did it. So did you really know better?
Wait, I did the same thing they did.
Basically, we all do stupid stuff or whatever,
right?
But we can reflect on it later or whatever and be like, obviously that was stupid. Our stupid stuff might not always have the consequences that other people's stupid stuff, but it's still on like the same. You can still gauge it by like the same parameters or whatever.
Exactly.
It's just that my level of ignorance didn't lead me to like killing someone versus like their level of ignorance did.
Right.
I just got lucky to a certain extent because my life experience.
Or maybe you're just that much smarter than the next person. Like what?
I mean, you could call it smarter, or you could call it just like life experience.
It's just common sense. It's all it is. At the end of the day, is common sense, bro.
You can say it's common sense, but it's gonna lead to a lot of people putting themselves in really stupid situations as opposed to addressing the actual issue, which is
there's no issue. There's no issue, bro.
Not having two parents, being an orphan is an issue, or whatever.
You think so you think being an orphan,
having direction, not having direction, yes, not having direction in life helps helps or prevents you from like gaining other people's wisdom and like understanding of the world from their like life experiences.
So you're retarded if you're an orphan?
Do you know what retarded means?
Are you retarded if you're an orphan?
You obviously don't know what retarded means because we're talking about intelligence or some. I mean,
wait, what are you telling me?
Like a level of intelligence, like mental deficiency. There's a difference between a mental deficiency and absence of intelligence.
Go ahead.
Yeah. That's not the point. I don't know. I don't even remember what you're saying. The point or whatever is that you can't just get rid of people and assume that that's going to solve the problem.
Yes, you can.
Especially because all that's going to do is get rid of people.
Yeah, the parasites.
Is the screen supposed to be still on? Or does it turn off eventually?
Just leave it on.
Is it recording?
Sometimes the screen just turns off.
All right.
But yeah.
You think getting rid of the people gets rid of the problem?
Getting rid of guns gets rid of murder?
Well, not necessarily, because where the problem come from?
People.
Facts.
Okay, but it just showed up out of nowhere one day, right? What's stopping it from coming back?
I would need a situation where somebody didn't start something. Shit doesn't just come out of nowhere. Somebody has to start it.
Well, it's kind of like what? I guess the chicken and the egg kind of thing. I feel like the egg came first because where the fuck did the chicken come from? It just popped out of nowhere.
Problems originate from people's like emotions and
Right.
like jealousy and stuff. So we have to tell
emotions.
You said what?
Get rid of the niggas that have dumb emotions.
We all have those emotions though.
Okay, but you gotta learn how to control because you gotta you gotta think, bro. Like, oh shit, this is stupid.
Why would anybody think ever?
Why would you not? Because then you have to face consequences.
Why would anybody ever think this is gonna help somebody? This isn't gonna help me. This is gonna help that person. So I'm gonna do this for them.
No, you don't have to. It doesn't have to be me or them situation. It's just like, damn, this ain't worth this or this ain't worth that or shit. This ain't even that serious. That's all that it has to be. That's all it has to come down to at the end of the day.
What? This isn't that serious?
Yeah.
Why would anybody think that anything isn't serious?
So if somebody like cut you off on the freeway, right? Why would you in turn like you're like, oh shit, I'm pissed off. Okay, you could be mad, whatever, you could be mad, right? But okay, that person cuts you off, and then now in turn what you're gonna do is try to cut them off and then cause an accident. That's dumb. You're right or wrong.
To cut someone off and cause an accident?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You act like people think logically, bro.
But they should, right?
What does that have to do with what it should have to do? What it should have to do with what people actually do? I feel like
you have a responsibility to not be a fucking retard.
Because if we're going back to the car thing, it was a taser, right?
I believe so, yeah.
So they didn't intend to kill that dude.
No, but stupid actually lead to even more stupid action. The two girls they tased that nigga.
He died from the taser, or did he
hit
his head or something?
They tased that nigga, and I think like he got like disoriented, and then one of the girl put the car in in gear. Mm-hmm. So either she put the car in gear and he was tased, so that nigga, or because it looked like he was hanging outside the car, so. It's kind of hard for me. I don't know exactly how the car went forward or whatever.
Did he get ran over?
No, he was hanging on to the side of the, like he was like, it looked like he had 1 foot, 1 foot in. And he was like, video. Yo, they're trying to it's wild. They're like, yo, they're trying to steal my car. And then he's like hanging on to the car, you know what I'm saying, from the outside. And then that's when he gets smacked up against all the cars and shit. So, but what were you saying?
Well, I mean, because their intent was to they didn't want to kill him, right?
Right.
But that's what ended up happening.
Right.
So I don't know if that's necessarily.
But that's the same thing. You drink and drive. You don't intend to kill someone when you drink and drive, right?
I know, but that was the consequence. So their mindset wasn't of I'm gonna do this evil shit regardless.
That's still a category of murder, though.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not murder, but. Their mindset going into it is we're gonna take this car, and then we're gonna use this. I'm assuming what they thought was non-lethal force. Mm. So their intent going into it, they didn't necessarily have to experience something that wasn't. They never had the experience of killing somebody, so they were trying to avoid that situation.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what ended up happening anyways.
Well, I would say if they had access to a gun, they probably would have had a gun.
They would have had a gun and shot him?
Maybe, yeah. And I feel like if that's what happened, then when you decide to take a gun to a robbery and then somewhere in a robbery you get like panicked or something and you shoot somebody, but even if that's not what you planned on doing, the fact that you know what guns can do and that you brought the gun to a situation that might go somewhere where you don't want it to go, you should have to take full responsibility over what happens.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, but if they did bring a gun, that mindset is a little different than a taser.
What are you saying? They should take that into consideration when they're prosecuting them? That they possibly didn't have the intent to murder? They didn't come with the intent to murder?
Yeah, because I don't think they went to go murder that dude, but it's just like shit. When shit happens, bro, you gotta take responsibility for it.
Yeah, definitely.
When you make dumb decisions, bro, you gotta deal with the dumb consequences.
Yeah, I think that's...
And that's what I'm saying, like, common sense, dude. Like, obviously, you don't fucking plan on doing shit, but if you get, like, you let your emotions or your stupid thoughts, like, run how you act, it's gonna lead to more stupid shit, and then you just gotta deal with that shit. Because obviously, you're a stupid human being, and you have no reason to be alive.
Alive?
No, at least not with us regular people.
You think you're regular?
Yeah.
That's wild.
I mean, he doesn't do stupid shit like that.
But, like, why don't you do stupid shit like that?
Because I know what's right. I know what's wrong.
Why do you know what's right and what's wrong?
Common sense.
But, like, what gave you common sense?
Nigga, I'm alive.
So you were born, you're like, I definitely shouldn't kill people when you're like 4?
I don't think it happened exactly like that.
You had like a meeting.
Maybe
you had a meeting with the other preschoolers. You were like, all right, we got to figure this life stuff out, guys.
I mean, why are we act like this shit isn't like just something that we naturally pick up on? We pick up on, how can we pick up on everything else, but we don't pick up on common sense, like what's right and wrong?
I mean,
how can we
have all of history to look at, and like all the people that like used to sacrifice people. What about people that used to sacrifice people?
Who thinks about history when they're about to say, "Oh, I'm about to rob this person"?
Those are people too. Those are people too.
In 1492, Columbus stole this land.
What was preventing whatever native civilizations from understanding that sacrificing people and like rolling their heads down a pyramid wasn't correct?
Nothing.
So like, why didn't they have the common sense to understand that they shouldn't do that?
Who said they shouldn't do that?
So you think
we know that's not correct?
Right.
To sacrifice people?
You don't know.
That we should sacrifice people? You think that's
to their God or whatever? That shit was right.
Right. That's in accordance to their law.
The only reason you don't do that because
I'm talking about human like people and like how we should conduct ourselves.
So they weren't human?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm talking about them in relation to us because we're all the same. So that's what I'm saying.
We have different ways of life, though.
That is true. And then we could say that certain ways of life aren't the way you're supposed to conduct yourself, or conducting yourself a certain way isn't the way you're supposed to conduct yourself. So like, you shouldn't murder people, right? Because you should. Okay, so we're saying, but like, why not?
Well, if everybody's adhering to the social contract, then the people who stray away from the social contract should be taken out of the social.
So if the social contract is to have slaves, you should have slaves.
You don't have to do it,
but it's okay to do it.
I'm not saying it's okay or it's not. I don't see.
Or it's not.
I don't see what's bad. If that's the society that niggas was in back in the day, I don't see. They have no reference to say like, oh, this is bad. That's just the way shit was, bro. And like
so okay, wait. Let me stop right there. So you're saying if you don't have a reference to understand what's bad, if you do bad things, you can't really be held accountable for that,
right?
So in the same way,
you're about to prove my point.
These girls
you're about to prove my point.
That didn't have a reference.
So they don't have a reference about what's good and what's
bad. We don't
bad.
know that.
They're alive, bro. What do you mean? There's no way you can go live 13 years of life.
If you see everybody around you committing crimes from the time you're 13 or 15, how do you know? How do you know what Chicago's like, bro? How do you know what ghettos are like, bro?
Because I came from the ghetto.
Exactly, so you should know.
Exactly why I know. Like this shit is not real.
Now,
this shit is not.
But was
there
not a certain point in time in your life when you were like, maybe this is the right way to go or whatever?
No, like, nigga, I just wanted to do it because it was fun.
Well, I didn't say you did it, but
well, shit.
Edit. I
wanted to do certain shit that my cousins was doing, that my homies was doing, because it seemed like it was fun. But I knew it. We all knew the shit was wrong, bro.
But if you really knew it was wrong, do you really think you'd still be doing it? Like if you was like, I shouldn't do this, or this is really like not the correct thing to do. Like I shouldn't.
Nigga, fuck it, nigga. Like what? This shit is fun, nigga. When you weigh out, like, look, they know stealing cars and shit is wrong, but they like, shit, maybe the nigga got money. Oh, we want a car today. Maybe we want to have some fun. That's what they're thinking, bro. They know this shit is wrong. There's no way they don't. Niggas don't know that stealing from somebody is wrong.
Maybe they're trying to survive.
Survive what, bro?
Life. What they think.
It's not true, bro. They have cell phones, bro. Like, come on. You can't tell me that, oh, we're trying to survive.
I mean, you could put anybody in that situation that's like that doesn't have as much or whatever. Everybody has cell phones anyway. I've been seeing like homeless people with like iPhone 12s asking me for like pocket change and stuff, and I just be like, bro.
I bet you they know not to steal from the store, right? But they'll do it if they have to survive, right? But they know that it's still wrong, right?
Yeah. So if you're driving force,
whether or not they know if it's right or wrong, if they're a part of the social contract, then they need to not aggress against other people. And if they choose to aggress against other people based off their personal gain, I feel like we should take them out.
I can see them. I can see them convincing themselves that life has done them wrong and that it's the right thing to take something for themselves, because what else do they have? What other options?
But they're wrong.
But like in your eyes,
no. In the overall, there's things that are empirically right and some shit that are just wrong, bro. It's not.
What do you mean in our society? Empirically right in our society?
Yes, and we're all a part of this society, unless you fucking go somewhere else, bro. Like,
empirically right. Just in general, like as people.
I think our laws as people is like the best we can get and is the most correct we can ever get.
As opposed to when they were sacrificing people and rolling their heads on pyramids.
I don't think that was necessarily wrong. You
just said we had it. You just said we had it the best we could have it. The laws that we have.
Oh, as opposed to like back then?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't really know how I would like gauge that, because that's not the society we live in. So it's like, if that was our society, how would we know right from wrong? We like right from wrong. We have no reference to
exactly.
Like.
If you have no
reference,
so
it's not wrong.
If
but nigga, we have reference now. That's what I'm saying.
You don't know other people's life experience,
nigga.
Though.
Yes, I do.
That's wild, bro. That's wild.
Why are we making it? Do you know right from wrong?
Yeah.
Relatively,
no, I mean,
you say relatively, you know right from wrong?
I don't know, bro. My cousin did ayahuasca.
Well, shut the
I don't even know if I'm living. I don't even know if I'm alive right now, bro.
Okay, did someone teach you right from wrong, or is it a mixture of like seeing people do shit and you're like, oh, well, this is wrong, and somebody telling you that something is wrong, and you just like, when you grow up, bro, you just learn common sense, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it. I don't know if it's common sense, but I don't know, when you see people do shit that's not good, it doesn't make you feel good, right?
I think it's a combination of that and a combination of what makes you feel good and what makes you feel bad. More so what makes you feel bad, you then have an understanding of what makes people feel bad. So then that's the right from wrong.
So do you think if somebody stole, like, let's say somebody stole their, you see how bad she was looking for her phone? Well, you didn't see it, but she was like searching for her phone. Like she was being like, she was searching for her phone like it was like the most important possession to her, right?
Mm-hmm.
If somebody would have stole her phone, do you think she would have felt bad? Let's say she was in school, like she was just a girl in school and somebody stole her phone. Do you think she would have felt bad about that?
Yeah.
So if you know, right, like what you said earlier, you gauge like something, you say, oh, when you know someone make you feel bad, then you'll probably like have a thing in your mind like, maybe if this happened to me, it'll be the same for someone else, right? So if they go to steal this person's car, if they know that them getting their phone stolen would be like, fuck, the worst feeling ever, why would they then go and steal something from somebody else?
Why wouldn't they?
I think that's just like an empathy. because they can't understand how other people.
Yeah, just because you're then supplied, with the tools to make a person feel bad by stealing their stuff. Once you're supplied with that understanding, doesn't mean that you're gonna understand that you shouldn't do that to somebody else.
Why
If
would
anything, you
not?
could be like, damn, somebody like did that to me. Like, I'm gonna go do that to somebody else. Cause like I was wronged, so like obviously there's nothing wrong with wronging people because it's just happening. And especially if you live in a place like in a ghetto or whatever, you think Spring Valley is a ghetto? All right, whatever.
No.
Where did you live before Spring Valley?
I lived in Spring Valley. I lived in the East Dago. I lived in the Southeast. I lived in El Cajon, bro.
Where'd you grow up?
Lakeside. I moved all the way around. I never stayed one place for more than a year, bro. Like, I literally bounced around everywhere.
All right. Well, yeah. If
And
you're
everywhere I went, everybody had the same mindset. Like, oh shit, we in the ghetto, so guess we gotta do ghetto shit. And it's not true. It's not true.
What'd you just say? They said that they were in the ghetto, so they thought that they had to do ghetto stuff.
Yeah.
So their life experience taught them that they had to do ghetto stuff.
It's an excuse. You didn't hear me? Look, I'm never gonna contradict myself.
You just did, bro.
I'm never gonna. It's an excuse, bro. If you can,
I'm not saying it's not an excuse. I agree with you.
So what are we arguing over?
When people come to that realization,
They know it, bro.
How do they know?
But everybody knows the shit that they do is wrong.
All those people in the ghetto knew that. All those people in the ghetto knew was that they were supposed to do ghetto stuff.
No, they felt like they had to do ghetto stuff, and they knew that it was wrong, but they feel like they have to do it because of this reason or that reason. Their reasoning is flawed, and their way of thinking is dumb.
Okay,
Now,
I'm gonna try to find some middle ground, bro. Wait, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry, I interrupted you. What were you gonna say? You could either what?
What I'm saying, bro. People feel right. They use their emotions and their way of stupid thinking, right? Stupid thoughts lead to stupid actions, and they do stupid shit, and then everybody wants to say, "Oh, they don't know any better," right? But when people do bad shit, they know enough that they have to like try to cover this shit up and not get caught, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means they know right from wrong, right?
Well, not so much that.
Why would they cover it up?
They just know
they
that
don't know right from wrong.
Because they know that there's gonna be consequences to what they
Meaning
did.
they know right from wrong, right?
No, they just know that they're gonna have to suffer consequences if they don't cover it up. That doesn't mean that they feel. You could get arrested and not feel bad for what you did.
That doesn't mean that you don't know right from wrong.
But you don't just like saying that it's right.
Wrong doesn't confer like, nigga, you feel good about it or bad about it. It just means that you know, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this.
But like, why people would cover it up would be because they don't want to suffer the consequences,
right? And because they know that it's bad,
not because they necessarily think it's wrong or bad.
Why would you want to cover something up and not get caught? Why would there be consequences for something that was bad, that wasn't bad?
I'm not saying it's not bad. I'm just saying in their mind how they interpret it.
But that's not how people think, bro. Like everyone,
I'm not gonna say I know how people think.
Did you know right from wrong when you were like fucking 10? Did you know not to steal when you were like 10?
I actually did steal something when I was like young.
But did you try to like, fuck, I hope I don't get caught doing this?
Nah, I think I stole an engagement ring.
He walked up like he owned that shit.
I stole an engagement ring and I gave it to a girl. And then and then they were like, because my dad was working there, he was a handyman or whatever. And then
his dad deported.
And then there's a lot going on with the border right now. And then the lady was like, I think I'm missing something or whatever.
Wrong person's house?
Yeah.
Nigga.
What did you say?
Real.
They didn't ask me, but the girl that I gave it to like was wearing it, and then her parents saw it, and they were like,
You gave it to the kid?
I gave it to another girl that my dad was friends with her parents or whatever, and we used to hang out with them all the time, and I gave her the ring. Folks. Yeah, and I think her parents saw it, and then they were like, hey, and then my dad was like, hey, and then I was like, oh, and then they gave it back.
So,
but I didn't even think that was wrong. I actually didn't even remember thinking that was wrong until my dad was like, hey, don't do that, and I was like, all right.
Did you steal after that ever again?
But what if I had stolen something else like that?
Did you still?
They were like, we gotta send this dude to prison because he should have known better than to steal the Declaration of Independence. You feel me?
I don't get where you're going.
Because I didn't have that life experience. Whatever impulses you have in your life are based on your life experiences.
Did you still after that?
And got caught?
Just in general, did you still after that?
I plead the fifth.
I'm gonna say yes. If you still, and then when you still after that, since you already got caught stealing, right?
Yeah.
you should have a reference in your mind like, hey, maybe I shouldn't do this, right?
Yeah, I think I should. I think people should.
Because there's no way to go through life without learning certain things, right?
Yeah, there is. I think there's certain ways to go through life without learning certain things. Your general
In
statement.
what fucking world, bro?
Can we go to the next topic?
I'm saying, bro, that's such a general statement.
we're
Like,
going around in circles.
There's no way to go through.
yeah, you know what you should
let's go
play?
to the
You should be like the mediator, bro. You should be like the referee. And then
Go ahead, let's go to the next
you should,
topic.
you
Let's
should
go
come
to
up
the
with
next
top. Wait, how do you feel about it though? How do you feel about?
Start over again. Jesus.
All right, fuck it, never mind. All right, next topic. Bro, we gotta stop trying to date crazy women, bro. Like just in general. If I'm being real. I had a conversation with the person the other day, and she was telling me that guys, intelligent guys that have their lives together always date like crazy women.
Because they missing something, you think?
I think it's because it's different from what their life is.
Crazy how.
Just like not following, like just I guess it would be more. I mean, more emotional possibly, and like not rational in their responses to like basic situations.
And the dude is not doing anything weird.
Nah, just acting like how. I feel like there's cliches about. I'll just say I feel like there's cliches about women, that I don't feel are true, but that have some truth to them. Like I don't feel like are completely true, but do have some truth to them.
What? Like what?
Like girls like jerks.
Like
You don't think that's true?
I didn't think it was completely true, but ain't coming across situations where girls were more responsive to like being like dismissed.
Wait. So that's you putting one and one together, right?
Mm-hmm.
Common sense.
no. Keep going with the girl thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, my life experience led me to that belief,
All right.
and if I would have had a different life experience, it would lead me to a different belief. But no, yeah, I feel like
Well, is that more of a jerk thing, or is that females are just so used to having dudes do stuff for them once they meet a jerk?
yeah, I think it's a complacency thing.
They want something they, I guess, can't have.
I think what's most prevalent in our lives we take for granted. I think that's why we take people for granted. And I think that's why girls take guys, like nice guys in general, for granted. So if you're a jerk, whatever, they're like, it throws them off because they're used to like a certain type of whatever. I'm not saying you should be that, but I think people in general should just recognize that you should just appreciate people. But yeah, you definitely shouldn't be a jerk. Like I see Tavion do this all the time, bro. Like he just be like a jerk to like anybody of the opposite gender. I remember this one time. I won't say her name, but in high school, I don't know what y'all's relationship was, but I remember we was hanging out and she was like there, and then like we moved and she followed, and you look back and you're like, why are you following me?
Nigga,
She was like, and she was like, and she walked away.
no.
And then she walked away. I felt so bad for her, bro.
I don't know if you're being serious right now.
I'm dead serious, bro.
What grade was we in?
I think it was sophomore.
I don't remember at all. That's shit. I don't know.
No, yeah, that was funny.
I can't believe that you said that shit out loud. You an asshole, bro.
No, nigga, it's just a joke, bro.
Nah, you an asshole.
Why do you not want to be associated with that?
Nigga,
With that
no, because
occurrence?
it's a joke. Like
Oh, like that's what you said
that's
to
how I
her?
joke with females.
Yeah, but it helps incite a certain response or whatever.
Maybe, but that's not on me, nigga. That's on the person.
But if you understand that it's gonna incite a certain response,
Nigga, you know, saying that shit to anybody.
Oh, just like I know stealing a car maybe could lead to. Never mind, we're not gonna go back.
no, but yeah, I would say, I mean, if I was making a point, I would say that I feel like people in general, maybe women in particular, should be more appreciative of people in general that are trying to be nice to them, and then guys should be more confident in understanding that they're amazing. You're great, guys. Just keep doing your thing, bro.
I think.
I don't know. I think people should just be more honest with what they want.
Communication.
Damn, bro, that kind of sounds like it came from. Alright. He said, I think people should be more honest with what they want.
You sound like you're talking to someone through the podcast.
Everybody you want
Ashley.
No, nigga. I'm speaking more to the guys.
Oh shit!
You heard it here first.
Yeah, no. Okay, for that female, you're the girl. I'm assuming you were smashing, right?
I don't know who she was.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying. Like, do you even know? Like,
no, knowing you, let's just assume, yeah, that's the case.
Why y'all assuming this shit? Why y'all putting?
because you're a hoe,
you,
bro.
yeah, nigga.
And you been a hoe, bro.
Never, bro.
I'm
What?
assuming she felt ill. She was
Dirty,
comfortable enough to follow us because she felt there was more there. But
I don't
obviously
know
there
why.
wasn't. No, Nick, because you were playing her along.
Wait.
You weren't up.
Wait, can you get to your point of view?
I'm saying you weren't
It just make you feel like a terrible person.
This nigga's a terrible person. I'm saying you were upfront about what you wanted. You just wanted some pussy. But
Yeah, let's go with that. All right.
Yeah, you just wanted some pussy, but you weren't honest enough to tell her that. So you were being the quote unquote nice guy playing along, thinking you actually had something where what you really just wanted was some pussy.
Okay, make your point.
I'm saying you weren't honest, bro.
Okay.
It's like once he got
and
it.
that goes and that leads into these crazy ass females. Because niggas like Tavion.
I think it all starts in like childhood, bro.
How?
Nigga, you don't just grow up and you don't become crazy based off like an experience you had with like a prior dude.
Multiple prior dudes?
If it's multiple prior dudes, you're the crazy one.
No, not if
Yes.
you're playing the role of the wannabe boyfriend.
That means you're attracted to a certain type of person, and that's not necessarily good for you. So if you keep going after that type of person, that means you're the crazy one.
Well, also, yeah. Also, there is another point to that. Because what does the female actually want? Does she actually want a boyfriend? Or she just want some dick?
She wants some good pipe, man.
That is a terrifying thought to think that you could really commit yourself to a person and that person just be like undercover.
I'm just trying to fuck you and I'm being civil. With
And then
you.
all of a sudden it's just like, where are we going to dinner, babe? He was like, would you call me?
But that's you. I feel like that
hey,
shit.
why you following us?
Bro, I feel like that shit that you know, and I think them are shits that people know, but they like
They don't want to be truthful with themselves.
Yeah, and then they just
What, they
go
know
along.
that you're just using them?
Want to act
Yeah.
like it's something more than what it really is.
Yeah, I think deep down inside people know.
And they're trying to justify, oh, he's trying to be with me, that's why.
Yeah,
Sucking this nigga's dick.
yeah.
That's my.
Cause people ain't dumb, bro. People aren't stupid, bro. They know shit, bro.
Well, I
No,
mean,
pillars to-
you could just have straight up liars.
Who? Okay, but if you're being lied to, obviously, and you know you're like, do you know you're being lied to?
No.
How do you not know you're being? Oh, I guess.
Fuck? What do you mean?
Yeah, I guess. I feel like I mean, cause I don't know if I'm being lied to.
Dealing with like a sociopath maybe, and they're just like really trying to like bring you along or whatever. But then there's like that middle ground where you're like, this person, like this, like we talk about like red flags or whatever. Like if a person keeps showcasing certain signs that they're not gonna commit to you, you gotta believe in yourself enough to be like, there's a lot of people out there that make me a lot happier or whatever
Right.
that I should be dedicating my life to.
Right.
And you just gotta bounce, or you gotta hit him with the ultimatum.
Nah, just leave.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Well, I'm actually speaking to like high school. Or,
Jonathan?
Bro, nobody should be dating in high school. If
Facts, bro.
I ever go back and coach or something,
Because he don't care about you. He just likes that pussy.
there is nothing.
And she has daddy issues, bro. So she just
No,
wants
not
your
even
attention.
necessarily. Because
Nah,
she
bro,
want to
she
fuck
got
too.
daddy issues. I doubt most females in high school just want to. The ones that want to fuck got daddy issues, bro. That's where it all stems from, bro.
How do you
I'm
know
telling-
that?
I know, bro.
And the other girls that want
Okay,
relationships,
when do
want
they
relationships.
start wanting to fuck?
Huh?
When do they start wanting to fuck?
Nigga, whenever they go through a certain life experience, then they want to fuck.
The fuck does that mean?
What does that mean?
What life experience?
Because there's a lot of there's a lot of high schoolers listening right now.
We agreed it. Bro, yeah, basically, bro, high school people should just should just focus on school, focus on friends, extracurricular activities.
Yeah, it could be such a critical point in your life where if you like pay attention, you could set yourself up like good or whatever.
Right.
And just trying to complicate
get
that.
pregnant at 16.
Yeah.
Now your life is fucked up.
Yeah, just trying. There's no reason to add further complications. I mean, I would say it's part of the experience to like try to have some kind of a relationship or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like it's
like
just
prom
a
or something,
normal
or like
thing.
dances.
I mean, yeah, to have that kind of.
But don't let it dictate your life. Don't have relationship problems when you're 16.
Yeah.
Oh my, like yeah.
I feel like just a good skill to have.
Cause the foresight you have when you're like that age, bro, is so short, bro. Like you have like no idea what the future like actually is, bro. So like
High school
is your world, bro. Like, oh, my boyfriend broke up to me. I'm about to die. I'm about to kill myself. Like, but you're 16. Like, you're gonna find another nigga in 2 years, bro. Chill, bro.
And another one 5 years after that.
Right, like, and like another one when you get older. Like, bro, like, yeah, bro, that shit.
But that's so difficult, bro, to be able to like recognize how like small and insignificant everything is in high school.
Right.
Like everything matters so much. I remember my dad told me I couldn't date a girl in like 9th grade. He was like, "You're too young to have a girlfriend or whatever." In 9th grade, I just started crying.
Oh, bitch!
I was like, I was like, I can't believe this is being shared from me. My like this
Something
person
you've never had is being taken away from you.
That nigga was waiting. He said 9th grade. Next year I'm finna get a girl. His dad said no.
No, we started dating. We started dating or whatever. Like honestly, dating too. Like if you don't have a car or something, if you can't have privacy, like it's not even really dating. If you have to like go buy a trash can in between the trash can and like a wall where like the camera doesn't like whatever, and it's not really dating. But no, yeah. We'll just talk about this. I started messaging her the summer before 9th grade or whatever, and then we was hanging out. And then I told my dad we was we were going out, like that was like dating or whatever, like the terminology. But in his mind, going out just meant like going out, like we're inside now we're outside.
They didn't have that.
I guess not. I don't know. My dad's like old.
Wait, what? Oh, he said you couldn't have a girlfriend.
Yeah, and then like once I don't know something happened or whatever that helped bring that into light or whatever. And then they had like a family meeting, and like my dad had a family meeting with his like her parents, yeah. And they're like, we've decided that we don't think you guys are old enough to have a relationship. And we were just like, okay. And then we just stayed doing what we was doing for like and so she broke up with me, and then
Oh shit.
I mean, y'all weren't even doing nothing, were y'all?
nah, we was holding hands.
Fucking
Oh,
literally
shit.
going out and just going places.
We was just going to the
Niggas
movies.
that literally go out.
My dad would drive me to the mall, and then her parents would drive her to the mall, and then we would stay there, and then we would leave.
How did y'all link up? Because did y'all not have cell phones at the time?
No, I had a cell phone.
You did?
Yeah.
Rich ass bitch.
You didn't have a cell phone?
No,
You didn't have a flip phone?
no.
Uh,
Because I was in the ghetto. I could have stole one, but
you just had to be like, hey, well, not going to communicate with them. They're too far. They're more than 3 blocks away.
Right.
Who was your first relationship? How old were you?
You.
All right, and then after that tragic ending.
I don't know. I think I had my first girl in like 6th grade, bro. But like when I used to date people, it was weird. Like people would be like, "Oh, you want to go out with me?" I'm like, "Go out? What is that? I don't understand."
What did y'all even do in 6th grade?
And I didn't do nothing, bro. Like nigga, I used to run from my girls, bro, and hide from them. Like I used to date this one girl in 6th grade, bro. Like my first girlfriend. She asked me out. I'm like, nigga, like, why are you asking me out? I don't even know what to do. Like, what's the
Thanks.
like,
You trying to go to Applebee's?
What happens
like,
next?
nigga, I didn't talk to her, bro. If I seen her, I'll like run, like go a different way, bro. She'd always ask my sister, like, "Oh, why your brother don't talk to me?" Da da da. Like, bro, I don't know what to do. Like, nigga, well, I'm trying to hang out with the homies, bro.
You're just basically saying, I just want to be able to say that we're going out.
Yeah, bro. And then so we ended up just not talk, and we had class together.
Now
too.
we're married.
So it was bombity. We had class together. I didn't even talk. It was weird because I used to talk to her before she started asking me out, and I just felt weird about the host. It was awkward, bro. Like I don't know what to do. So like, you know, I just avoided her, and then that fucked up our like little friendship, bro. Because it was just too weird. And then yeah, I had another female ask me out the next year, and I said, I guess. And then I had another female ask me out, and then she was white. And she was kind of cute, but I like her friend more. That's when I started like getting into females.
Being
bro.
a hoe, yeah.
Yeah, she had a cuter friend, bro. And I was pissed off, bro, because she had a boyfriend. So they were trying to do this little double date shit. And I'm like, bitch, like, I'm right here.
Have you ever cheated?
Yes.
I don't think so.
What do you mean, bro?
What?
That's such a guy answering.
Nah, I don't think so.
Like
bro.
technically, if you look at the,
I really don't think
documents,
so, because I don't think so, bro. I would say no, so I'll say no.
you weren't.
What are you iffy about?
Cause like I don't remember the timeline when me and my girl
Sound like-
was like broken up, Like we either
Alright,
broke
I
up.
texted this bitch at 6:30. We were over.
Nah, see, so,
have you ever
yeah.
broken? Have you ever broken up with someone because you were trying to get with somebody else?
No,
I did that one time.
I would just no.
Yeah,
You did that one time.
I was dating that same girl. I was dating her, and we've been going.
Nigga, you were like 13.
We have been going for a while. Yeah, it was all bad. We have been going for a while, whatever, and it was getting kind of boring. And I started walking this one girl home, and she was kind of sleazy or whatever. And then we walked to her place or whatever, and she was like on me or whatever. And I was like, well, this is a lot of attention. And then I was like, well, I can't do anything. And then she was like, you want to come inside or whatever? And I was like, nah.
Yes, I do.
I was like, nah. And then she was like, okay. And then she was like, bye. And I was like, bye. And then I texted my girl on the way home. I was like, I think we should take a break. And then I walked her home for the next 4 days, and then nothing happened or whatever. So it wound up being bad. But
This nigga risking his life walking a bitch home, bro. What's
I'm
wrong
saying.
with you?
It was all bad. Bro, I didn't. You're 13. Like, I was just like, wow, what are these feelings that I'm.
Hold up. That girl wanted to fuck him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's daddy issues right there, blood.
How the fuck is that? How do you know?
Nigga, no 13-year-old
Okay,
should
then
know about sex.
why do you want to
bro.
fuck?
I think she was 14. I think she was a year older than me. I think I was 14. She might have been 15.
Oh damn, she a cougar.
I like older women.
Oh, is that what? Okay, then when does that shit kick in then?
Are you trying to find out for personal reasons?
No, Homie's saying all girls that want to fuck in high school?
Nigga, yeah, young ages,
Have daddy
bro.
issues?
They have daddy issues, bro, or they been molested.
I mean,
That's
obviously,
the only way.
Tavion was just speaking out the side of his
Christ.
mouth.
Yeah.
Nigga,
Wait, what'd
no.
you just say?
Nah, just go past that. Go past that.
was tripping, bro. Just because there might be something to it doesn't mean we should say it, bro.
Nigga, did you know about how old were you when you found out about sex?
Well,
Middle school. There was this one girl.
Oh yeah,
God
middle
damn.
school, yeah.
When you had sex with her?
Nah, it was just okay. This is what females are about.
Nigga, but
Wait,
I'm
what?
saying,
What happened?
She
I
had
want.
some big ass titties.
so that made you think about sex? Like what? I said,
I was like, I like those.
but what is
That
I'm
ain't-
saying? Like
Let's
what?
delve further into this.
You're like, I don't know what comes after this.
Right, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't know when I'm that age. I don't know. I know this girl is cute to me, but I don't know what we would do. So that's what I'm saying.
I know
Until
what
I
you
got
mean.
to the age.
I know what
like-
you mean, bro. It's vomiting because it's like I was like
Well, okay, we didn't get you didn't get a boner from that shit.
Yeah, but I don't know like what the fuck to do with my boner, bro. Like what? Like what do I don't know.
Okay,
Shit.
sex. You had sex ed in middle school, right?
Yeah.
That didn't okay. Let me put
Nigga,
this
it
shit
wasn't
together.
sex. It was based. It was like it was pretty much for girls. It was just based on periods.
There wasn't a condom in sight.
No, it was like, oh,
What the
this
fuck?
is what a period is, and this is what a boner is. But it never was like, oh, when a guy gets a boner and a girl gets a period, or when two boys like what?
if I'm
They did not teach us that in middle school.
if I'm being real, bro, I don't even think it was like sophomore year or like it was hella late, bro.
You got your first boner?
No. Yeah, until I stepped into that locker room, bro. No, I'm playing. It was like low key late, hella late. Till I was like, oh, that's how, like for real.
Periods, bro.
But I remember when it was like in 8th grade, everybody was talking about it, and I was pretending like I knew it. I was like, oh yeah. I remember I was pretending like I wasn't a virgin or whatever. Everybody probably was. Everybody was like, so everybody here. It was legit like a meeting, bro. Like everybody just had to understand, had to have that mutual understanding. It's like, so none one's here is a virgin, right? So we were like, yeah, no, this isn't real. It feels great. And like nobody, everybody was like hella, like it's so crazy how much I lied.
Nobody knew what the fuck they were talking about.
Shit, I don't even actually remember when I got my first boner, bro. I just know that there was a point in my time where I knew nothing about sex and shit. But I had my older cousins, bro. They showed me what porn was, and then from there I knew what a boner and shit and everything was. I just don't know what age I was. I was probably like
Nah, I was
in
in like
sixth
elementary
grade
school.
or something.
Do you feel like there's utility to porn?
Yeah.
So you don't feel like, I mean, I don't even know what you feel like it should be like, you don't feel like it should be outlawed?
No.
You don't feel like there should be any restrictions on it? Like basically how it is right now?
Yeah. But I just feel like the restrictions, I feel like there should be restrictions on it. I just don't know how we would implement them because I think there's ways around the restrictions we have right now.
Yeah, because there's clear effects to like a 15-year-old psyche that's like addicted to porn.
Right.
and it's very easy for them to like get addicted. I think from what I heard, for them to get like addicted to porn.
This nigga said I was
From like 15-year-olds. I didn't even know what it was.
And it's crazy because I didn't know people actually. I know people that were addicted to porn, and that's crazy to me. Like I don't see how you could get addicted to porn, or really.
Yeah, what do you mean? Like they
actually.
can't function?
Like they can't function, bro.
Like Terry Crews.
And they just have to do this shit, bro. It's just a part of their like routine, bro. And it's like they'll forego doing other activities to like watch porn and stuff, bro. And it's weird, bro. I don't know.
Just how like it affects your relationships with like women though, like.
But that's fake, bro.
What do you mean? Wait, what'd you say again?
Terry Crews.
No, what you just said. I
Terry
don't even know
Crews
what you meant by that, though.
No, he came out and said he was addicted to it for a certain while.
Oh.
Yeah. Terry Crews had a wild life, bro. He's talking about how like he stalked his father when he was like 20 or something. He just like because he hit his mom.
I thought he was younger than that.
Oh, well, whatever age, he was swole, looking like Terry Crews, just punching people and punching his father in the face.
That's it. What the fuck? I created you, a motherfucker. I'll take you out. And it's that's bubbly.
He's like, yeah.
Imagine your son being bigger than you and shit. You trying to like chastise this nigga. This nigga's like, nigga, I'm not finna listen to you, blood. I'm bigger than you.
That's why you have
bigger than my dad.
You are?
Yeah,
You listen to him though, cause you're like, it's like a respect thing, right?
Nah, I'm low-key still scared of that nigga.
Damn, bro. How big is he?
Nigga?
He's like 2 inches shorter than me.
Damn, you're 6'1"?
Yeah.
He's 6'3"?
He's 2 inches shorter.
Oh, shorter.
Yeah.
Bro, what? If it went down, bro, you can handle that.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's there.
I know I'm physically stronger. It's just like he got me mentally, bro.
But alright, so imagine
Fuck,
if you had a son though, and that nigga you didn't have, cause this nigga is like 15, 16, 17, bro. He got his testosterone and shit up. Like this nigga is like that nigga, bro. And he comes home like he like let's say he like play football or some shit, and he big. And then this nigga like, nigga, my dad a bitch, nigga. And you like, hey, come take out the trash. That nigga said, you take out the trash, nigga. And then it's like, you can't spank him.
He just says that shit out of the blue?
Yeah, like, he gets to that point, like, you can't spank him.
And he's definitely stronger than me?
Yeah, like, he could beat your ass in a fight.
I gotta play dirty.
What would you do? The only way you can handle that is like, nigga, like, killing that nigga. Like, nah. Well, how would you do? What would you do about that?
I don't know. Hit that nigga in the nuts or something? I don't know.
All right.
If he's physically stronger than me, I gotta play dirty.
But when that nigga like comes back, that nigga could like beat your ass. So like,
that's why you gotta stay working out, bro. So you can never pass. You gotta be in jujitsu and boxing classes and at the gym 5 days a week.
What if you like raise your son to be just like you, and then but he surpasses you because like you're fucking older?
You just can't let that happen, bro.
He's all right. No more lessons for you. That nigga said,
I remember my dad used to say he was like, even when I get old, I'm still gonna have a cane to hit you with.
Your ass was scared, huh?
I mean, I don't know.
Your dad has you mentally?
Yeah. But like he never hit me though, which is weird.
But it's just
he would just like not talk to me or whatever. And then he would be like really nice to me. And then I would be like, I don't know.
I don't know what's happening.
I was just always careful with what I said or whatever. But then I always had like attitude. I don't know. I was a weird kid.
Yeah, I was terrified. I ain't know how.
Sometimes I would get bold because he would be like really nice and talk to me like he was my friend. And then he would tell me something like whatever, and I'd be like, or whatever. I was a good kid though.
Were you a moan in front of your dad?
I just be like, yeah, I don't want to be a part of this.
Wait, did you listen to your parents when they tell you to do something? You used to listen.
Nigga, I still do. I'm terrified of that nigga.
But like, why did you
understand?
Listen, though?
Why?
Terrified.
Cause I see this is what I don't get. Like some kids like don't listen to anything their parents say, and then there's some kids that will like literally like listen to whatever their parents say. And I don't know what's the reasoning behind that. I feel like that's just something you born with.
Fear?
What do you think?
Nigga, what do you mean?
Like fear, respect. Like you think it's fear?
Yeah, it was fear. Yeah, I was terrified of it. I'm still terrified, low key.
Nigga, you shouldn't be fucking afraid of your parents.
Yeah, I know. Not my mom, but my dad. Physically.
So what's the reason you listen to your mom?
I don't know. I'm a mom. I mean, I wasn't wilding out anyways, but still, I'll just do what she says.
Yeah, like that's something like.
I mean, within reason though. She's not telling me to do crazy shit.
But nigga,
we gotta hit this drug deal.
You never seen a kid where they're like they spend all the time on their cell phone or something, and their mom's like, "Hey, can you do this for me?" They're like, "No, I don't want to do this." Like, I'm sure if you were like reading a book or something that you're interested in, and your mom was like, "Can you do this?" You would do it, right? Like when you was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, what's the reason that you listen to your parents, but then there's like other people that don't listen to their parents?
Life experience.
Oh, I don't know.
Life experience.
Experiences
I
in
don't
life.
not necessarily because from the jump I just always listen.
That's what. So I feel like it's an internal trait that you just have.
No, it's all about, bro. It's about how the parenting. I mean, it's probably part of that, but then it's also the parenting.
Is your sister like that? Was she like that too?
Yeah, we are all like that.
So y'all always like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so parenting.
What do you say is the difference in parenting between? Oh, never mind. I'll have to bring up two. I'll have to bring up two things that we know. So never mind. What
like
you
10
wanna end
minutes?
this with? We got like 5 minutes.
Let me look at my list of top. Oh,
Wait, are all y'all siblings like that? Because I know
Most of them.
they're just well behaved.
No, the opposite. Like them niggas
just
don't
wilding
listen
out?
for nothing. But it's like my sisters, my cousins, my homies, like all them niggas. Like every kid that I know don't listen to their parents. The only people that I know that listen to their parents are
Like in your family.
in my family, my friends, anybody. Like
Wow.
I don't know people that listen to their parents besides you. And you?
of course.
Yeah, you and you. Like James' brother, niggas bad. But I think James told me like he listened to his parents and they got the same parents. So it's like what's the reason that these two niggas don't act the same way under their parents? Like me, I listen to my parents.
Mm-hmm.
But like my siblings don't. And I'm like, what's the reason that I do and they don't? And I'm like, it must be just an internal trait that I have. Right?
I mean, it's probably a combination of both things.
What do you say has more weight?
The parenting, 100%.
But we have the same parents and we're a year apart. So wouldn't we kind of have the same parenting styles?
Not necessarily. I mean, who are you talking about? Your brother?
My sister. So like, my
Oh, I mean,
sister
also
above
she's
me
a different
and my
gender.
sister younger than me.
Also,
so that means that
also
it would
the
be
daughters. Your
internal
dad,
to
your
me,
dad
right?
probably parents his daughter's different from his son. That's probably.
I actually don't think
100%
so,
what it is.
but because nigga, my dad didn't raise us, but so that's out the question.
Well, then it's a completely different situation.
Well, I
Then
don't
you're
know because I feel like I know. Well, I guess my dad might have been stricter on my sister, but we still ended up like the same shit
different from your sister, bro. What are you talking about?
in the sense of what she's like an older sister, so she has more like she takes more charge of shit.
I can't see you paying for your younger sister's ice cream like your sister did that one time.
I mean, yeah, because she's the older sibling.
I know, but even if you were in her situation, I feel like you'd be like, eh.
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
You feel like you would? I'm saying you wouldn't.
I mean, yeah, I think that just goes to older sibling.
Okay.
That's not necessarily because she's a girl.
I guess I should talk to her more and see what she's like.
Yeah, don't.
What's she doing later?
Nigga said, yeah, don't. That's bombity. Yeah, so that's just a question I've always had, bro, and I think it's just
It's
an internal
parenting.
trait.
It's parenting,
really,
bro.
I don't think it's parenting, bro.
But
We
yeah,
have the same parents. We're
that's
years.
nature.
We're each only a year apart. 5 of us only a year apart with the same parents. I don't see how much different parenting that we all could have received.
I'm not saying it's different.
You just said though it's.
Oh no, I just said
parenting.
it's different. No, I'm saying it's a combination of both. But I think
But
parenting
I
for
think
sure.
it's internally something that people are not just traits that people naturally have.
Yeah, I think you have a different personality. You just have a different
And
character.
right, that means that it's internal to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that if we were putting this on a scale, right, and we put this in the world, some niggas do stupid shit because they're internally stupid. Some niggas do other shit because they're not internally stupid, right?
No,
Okay.
I wouldn't say people are internally stupid.
All right. If I can be internally not stupid, I feel like someone can be internally stupid.
And I don't think those are the two options.
If I can be internally quiet, someone can be like naturally like outspoken. That
Like
means
being
that-
quiet and stupid are two different things.
No, nigga, I would move away from stupid, bro.
Mhm.
Someone that's outspoken, someone that's just like quiet, right? Naturally, that's internal to them, right?
Yeah, you be seeing that with babies, I guess. Where they'd be like, you were crying all the time or whatever, or you were always trying to get fed or something like that.
Right. That's just internal trait, right? So that means some people have naturally, some people naturally have traits that are more desirable. Some people naturally have traits that aren't desirable, right?
naturally have traits. I don't know. Maybe.
Well, yeah, I think it's just a bit of both.
But what do you think has more weight, bro?
Well, I think you're born with certain shit, and then how you're raised determines how that shit shows up.
How it gets shaped.
Yeah, or how that shit like churns out.
So one gets nurtured, yeah, and then that, yeah, we're already starting to get on the same page. And then when that comes out more prominent than the one that says you should steal cars. But if it doesn't, then you steal cars.
And that's the episode.